Hi, guys. Congratulations. The last day, day 21 of the 21 Day Purpose Challenge. I really want to honor you for this intense journey that you've been on, that you courageously and bravely fought through. Um, you've just been drinking from the Purpose fire hose for like 3 weeks, and that is a tremendous accomplishment. So please take that in. Know that what you've done, very few people have ever done and are even capable of doing. I mean, this is very difficult work. So take a moment to marinate in it. And if for any reason you're still feeling stuck, like let's say you don't want to reach out to your purpose team members, or you're feeling like, oh, this is still really fragile, like I still don't want to share this with my spouse or with my friends, or maybe purpose isn't for me, maybe not this life. Think about getting support. That could be a coach, it could be your purpose team. You could continue on with us for the Psi Omega program and have deep relationships with the one-on-one calls for the next 6 weeks. You can continue on after that if you want to build a network of purpose-driven entrepreneurs in the P4 course to support you in creating a life and lifestyle and career based on your life's purpose. But don't go it alone. That's why we've been hitting this the entire course. Is like no man is an island, no human is an island. If you don't start to create the context for your purpose to thrive, that rich, fertile humus, that soil that you can continue to water and attend so that your purpose grows. If you don't create the right environment, the matrix, the default life, the homeostasis is going to come in and kind of kill that purpose plant of yours. So I highly, highly urge you to continue on. It could be a men's circle, a women's circle, your purpose team, Psi Omega, P4, work with a guide. But don't let all the hard work that you've invested and that you've accomplished be for nothing. Continue it. Continue it. Morning purpose ritual, circles. So just share a little bit more about the Psi Omega program. So it's a much deeper marination. So the 21 Day Challenge was this fire hose, like rapidly every day something new, right? Psi Omega is a deeper marination. So the exercises are longer. So more than an hour, like a couple hours each, and it's you'll be working with one ego part a week and talking about that in the one-on-one buddy calls, and you're going to start to kind of get a deeper foundation about your ego structure, and then eventually how you can put it all together so it's a fully purpose-aligned ego, so that you have this sense of wholeness, of self-love, of being full and complete as you are. And this new framework that when resistance comes in, and remember, it's always going to keep coming up, much in the same way that you've got to recreate your life of purpose every day, you've got to deal with resistance on almost a daily basis, doing purpose-aligned things that aren't fun, that are uncomfortable. So what this program is going to do is give you the tools, better tools to deal with resistance as it comes up. And then in this new space, from this deep dive of pulling apart your ego structure, there's new space available for purpose insights. So we're going to do another deep dive and go down and harvest something beautiful, harvest some brand new purpose insights. So you'll have, by the end of the program, which is April 13th, you'll know exactly what it is that is next for you. Maybe it's the P4 course, maybe it's the Delta program, maybe it's something totally different. So I invite you to continue on with us. This is going to be a fun journey. And you're going to deepen and become this living, breathing testament of purpose. So today, you're going to finish the challenge. And we're going to give you a powerful tool that you can use on an ongoing basis as you manage your purpose project, called the Harvesting Purpose exercise. It allows you to kind of bring new purpose insights into your life as you take your purpose project out in the world. So just some quick logistics. As you guys know, the 28th of February is the last day that you can fulfill the survey, the second time to do the meaning and purpose questionnaire, so you can quantify how much progress you've made over the last 3 weeks, and to get your certificate of completion and your challenge bonus, the Love on Purpose exercise. So again, even though the challenge is over, the journey continues. So you'll be part of the Purpose Revolution newsletter. You'll have the Facebook group. That's not going anywhere. We'll have like weekly check-ins there. And so it's also important to celebrate. You did something amazing today. Just go out and celebrate tonight. Maybe a solo hike, maybe a dinner with friends, or a cigar, or a bottle of scotch, or a bottle of wine. And just go out and like savor this accomplishment, because it is worth savoring. For many of you, this is the hardest thing you've ever done. So savor it. So I want to share with you guys a story about my purpose journey, and one of the the kind of a backward step, or a regression that happened to me. So when I first turned on and started to go within and do a lot of spiritual work and personal development work, Landmark, the Mankind Project, therapy, that sort of stuff, I was very much going it alone, and for the most part, was more or less the same jerk, wanting to just kind of assert supremacy and dominate people with my ideas. And so even though I had begun to dance with purpose in my Mankind Project, New Warrior Training Weekend, with my I group, in the back of my head, all I really wanted to do is become enlightened. Like, I didn't care about my purpose. I was in this place of like spiritual bypass, where I just was like, I don't want to do any of my personal work. I just want to go straight to God. I just want to become enlightened, doing this kind of Zen Uber alles thing. Like, I'm not going to deal with my integrity issues, not going to deal with my dad issues, not going to deal with my women issues. I'm just going to become enlightened. And as you guys know, many people who adopt that path end up having problems in the interpersonal realm, unresolved daddy mommy stuff, unresolved kind of integrity issues. We see it all the time. Spiritual teachers doing things with their students that they shouldn't be doing. So I fell into this kind of fallacy where I thought that my emotions, my shadow, even the idea of soul or purpose was this like giant distraction from my spiritual path. Like, I don't want to deal with this. I just want to like live and like be and think about being part of the cosmos and the universe and all this kind of stuff, which is great. But I wasn't doing my work. So I decided to stay up here in the realm of spiritual bypass with my philosophy and my meditation. And I quit my Mankind Project I group. So where I was getting support and accountability and living my mission, I quit it. And so I stopped looking at my ego. I stopped examining my my shadow. And basically all of this stuff, all this unexamined stuff, crept back into my life. And I basically ended up falling in love and marrying the archetypal image of my father. So my ex-wife, to me at least, embodied so much of my dad that I had to deal with all my dad stuff in the marriage. And it was almost like the universe said, listen, you are going to do this work whether you want to or not. So yeah, you can think of yourself as Mr. Philosophy, Enlightenment, but we're not going to let you off the hook. Like, you've got to deal with dad. And so I got thrown into this marriage where I'm sure I was projecting dad onto her as well, but like, I was just triggered nonstop. And she was as well. Like, she actually married her dad. Like, she had abandonments of their dad. So I would get triggered and I would leave, and that would trigger her dad stuff. And we were this daddy issue, like pinball marriage. And it was tragic and now somewhat comical, but very painful, very painful. So needless to say, we got separated and then eventually divorced. And it's not to say that I wouldn't have gotten married or I wouldn't have got divorced had I stayed in my I group, had I kept my support structure for living my purpose. But it's to say that I wasn't dealing with my issues, and that it was actually when I realized I needed support. I was in this dysfunctional marriage where we were both triggered all the time and arguing and yelling. It was only when I got back into my men's group that I realized what was actually going on. That standing behind my ex-wife was my dad. That all the issues I have with my dad, I was having with her. So this is why intentional, consistent support is important. This is why the Mankind Project, Sterling, Woman Within, all these amazing programs out there that create intentional, conscious support so you can continue to harvest new insights on your journey. And hold you accountable to what you say you care about. So your mission, your purpose, your vision, these containers, they hold you accountable. So that's what the Psi Omega program is designed to do, and eventually the P4 course. So I invite you to not make the same mistake as I did. Don't go it alone and quit. Like, finish the challenge as you are today, and then stay connected in the community. Find your next program where you're going to keep transforming and evolving and deepening your purpose journey. So I want to share with you a quote from Gandhi. So Gandhi says, "Live as if you were to die tomorrow, and learn as if you were to live forever." So what Gandhi's speaking about, he's speaking about, these kind of the inactive parts of purpose and the active parts of purpose. So live as if you were going to die tomorrow. So if you're going to die tomorrow, how present would you be? How consciously would you choose your day? Who would you spend time with? How would you be in that? And also to learn as if you were going to live forever, knowing that you've got to be surrendered to mystery. You got to stay curious. This is about essentially being unattached to the outcome, saying I wonder how my purpose is going to show up today. I wonder how I can make a purposeful contribution to somebody's life. And then obviously to kind of release attachment to any fruits of your efforts, to stay in that kind of Bhagavad Gita place of you don't have the right to expect an outcome. You don't have a right to get some kind of return on your efforts. Not to say they won't come, but the expectation is what causes suffering. So as soon as you create your day and as soon as you begin to lay the tracks to live purposefully in everything you do, you have to release your attachment to the outcome. Because what's going to come up for you in your purpose project is you're going to have to change. However it looks right now, it's going to change. You might have to switch projects. You might have to swap out team purpose players. You're going to have to make new purpose-aligned decisions that weren't what you expected. If you were attached to those, you're going to be very upset. So this project is not designed to make you happy or to deliver on your expectations. It's designed so that you learn as if you were going to live forever. So to be in that question of what is my purpose? How can I serve better? So that's what you're going to do today with the Harvesting Purpose exercise. Thank you again for joining us for this 21-day extravaganza. Look forward to seeing you soon, hopefully in Psi Omega or P4 or the Delta Leadership Program. It's been an honor and a pleasure. See you soon.